about the fucking flex.
What's going on, family? Welcome to an episode of Live from the Three. Today I got my guy with me, Mr. Seanathan. Polidore. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
All right, man. So I'm glad and happy that you let me talk about your book right here. What's Your Kick? By Seanathan Polidore. He's an author from Louisiana, and we're gonna be sitting here discussing his book, but also we're gonna be talking about a lot of social things. Now you see on my show, I love to start and talk about where's your alliance, where your allegiance lies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start off with that. I am for criminal justice reform. I am for free speech. I am for freedom of religion. I am for supporting the dream chasers. I'm for supporting dreamers. Meek Mill should be freed from prison as of right now.
Yes.
You saw you went to speak to Robert Kraft?
I saw it yesterday. Yes, I did.
That's crazy. Billionaires. When a billionaire says the criminal justice system needs to be reformed, I'm going to say this. When a rich white man says that criminal justice needs to be reformed, then there's a problem. You want to speak on something real quick?
Well, yeah, I mean, just going on what you just said, I saw Shannon Sharp say this yesterday. Unfortunately, even in the past, whenever, like you just said, people that are rich, happen to be of a different demographic, whenever they come on to our issues, that's whenever things start shifting and shaking and moving. So this has a possibility of being a game changer. We start getting guys like that coming on board to our issues.
Exactly. Now, one of my biggest philosophies is, as a black entertainer, black artist, it's about influencing your particular race of youth. But whenever you branch out and you get other demographics to actually flow and support and follow what you have going on, that's a game changer.
It is a game changer.
Because it opens up that market. It's like starting off locally, but then you branch to the next city. And now people are starting to talk about it, and it's like a bubble. It just grows and it grows and it grows into where you're global.
Global. Right.
And that's my goal for this podcast. I'm sure that's your goal for your book
yes,
as well.
It is, totally. I want universal appeal.
Universal.
People always ask me about age demographics and cultural demographics to the
Who's
book.
the book for?
Man, in business, you're always taught you want to have a niche market.
Right.
It's supposedly if you don't have a niche, that's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's 7 billion people on the planet.
Right, and growing.
And I don't have to reach every one of them, but I want to have a large percentage of them. So I won't back myself into a corner and say, well, now it's just for young kids. Mm-hmm. Or now it's just for middle-aged people. This is a product that's made for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's written very universally to be applied to different demographics. Because yes, I want that crossover appeal to get into different markets.
Okay, so when did you sit, at like age or just like a time in your life, did you sit and you said, what's my kick?
Man, I get that question a lot by people. And I would say, yeah, it's a very important question as far as when I started.
Yeah.
I gotta always say that I have a hard time remembering when I didn't have my kick. Right. Ever since I was a very young man, so about 4 years old, I was always very passionate, very driven, and very determined. What I will say is the vehicle in which I used to express it, that changed as I got older.
Right, I saw.
But the actual gas in the car, the fuel, the passion has been there since I was a very small child.
Right, and when I first met you, I thought you were an orator. You was all about, giving personal,
wow, that's
giving
crazy.
speeches.
That's
you sit and you talk to a lot of children in schools. I'll make sure I follow that.
Yes, sir.
And so when did you sit and say, all right, I'm going to take my speech and I'm going to put it on a transcript, write a book?
I got you. I want to say about 2 years ago is whenever the book idea became like solid. Like, I'm going to do this. Mm-hmm. For years, I've been wanting to write a book. Right. And for a lot of people on the planet, on their bucket list, you have writing a book on that list.
Right, yeah. Nerves kill that.
Right, right. So for me, all of my favorite guys I studied till 2 in the morning for the past decade have all written books at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
And I read hundreds of books. My addiction is books, right? So I felt like it's only right. Before I leave this earth, I gotta write at least one.
Yeah. And one thing that I do like about books is because it's long lasting. Yes. You can tell a story. You can tell, going back to African origins. Yes. They told a lot of stories, but nothing was ever written down. So eventually it gets lost.
My middle name on Facebook is the Griot. Not many people know what that even is. Like, why you put the Griot on there? The Griot was the person whenever the African tribes were traveling and they were doing their nomad thing and we going from here to there. The griot kept the stories.
Exactly.
He the one that tells you all the downfalls we had in the past. He the one that tells you all of our greatness.
Right.
But it wasn't written, so it couldn't be lost. He had it in his mental. I'm the walking storybook.
So
I'm telling these stories on, so whenever I do pass, okay, now to pass the torch, and you go with the tribe and you pass the story.
And that's good. That's good. Because I'm glad you got that in. I'm glad you got that in text. Now
Yes,
it'll
sir.
be forever.
Yes.
So I noticed you use a lot of quotes, and there was one particular thing you said in the book. I just found it hilarious. You said, okay, when you were going in a bodybuilding saga of your life,
Yes,
you
sir.
said you had quotes and posters
Everywhere.
all everywhere.
Every square inch.
So what's the big deal on quotes and keeping them with you?
Man, for me, the quotes, like some people like music for the beat.
Yeah.
Some people are big on words. When I'm in the gym working out, I like songs that are saying certain words that I'm vibrating with. I get off on that more than the beat like
Right.
that. So for me, quotes is just small nuggets that have so much power and impact. So in my room, I made every square inch of the room quotes. So when I'm just chilling and I don't feel like working out, my eyes can't help but to fall on something that's gonna say, boy, get up and go to that gym.
Right.
Get up and make the next meal.
Give you some energy.
Get up and go do some cardio.
Right.
The power of the words are gonna do that. So you understand the power of your environment and what's around you. You start it.
Don't judge me. It's blank. We just
No.
started out.
No.
We just
That's
started out.
not what we're saying. But
nah, yeah,
I'm just telling you the reason why I feel quotes are powerful, and my book had to be filled with quotes.
Right.
Because maybe you don't remember anything I said myself in the book, but hopefully you do find a quote or something you can take and keep. Like I read this whole 141-page book. I remember Sean said this.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Like I just
And
pulled
then
out there.
I've served my purpose, and that's all.
And then you feel good.
I feel fulfilled.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
somebody come to me 10 years from now and say, man, Sean, and they make this one little quote, I'm going to say, wow,
I
you
mean,
actually
you
took
took something. You didn't just read it.
Yes.
Okay.
I had a friend tell me about 8 years ago, because I've always posted quotes on Facebook. She said, you know, Sean, you always quoting Frederick Douglass and Booker T. Washington and John Henry Clark, whoever. At one point, somebody going to be quoting you.
Yeah. Wow.
And whenever they said that to me 8 years ago, it was totally beyond me. So I was on the phone really flabbergasted, like, wow, like that's a crazy thing to kind of conceptualize.
That's a
But
humbling
in the
experience.
past like 2 years, it's happening.
People.
Like I'm going to do a speech, and then when I get home and check my phone, somebody's quoted me in real time, like the quote my name, like wow, somebody's repeating something that I said, and they felt it was quote post-worthy. Everything not post-worthy.
Right.
They felt it was post-worthy.
Because that's a representation of
I
them
feel
on
like
what
wow.
they feel.
Yeah, that's
So,
powerful. Man.
so going into writing a book,
Yes, sir.
taking everything and putting it in text, what
Yes.
gave you the energy to actually do it?
It was actually easy, and I don't want to say that to give the wrong picture for any future authors. It might not be your experience. I never experienced writer's block, not one time.
Oh, wow.
Every time I sat for a
great.
writing session, I went all the way in, and I just emotionally dumped on the laptop.
Right. Because some people, they'll start on the book, they'll say, okay, I'm going to stop. 5 years later, they're like, oh, I was writing a book.
So to answer your question, I love being concise. To answer your direct question, I didn't want to be that guy you see every time at Black's Cafe or whatever. Like, man, how the book coming? And I'm still working on it. Like, no, I want to be able to tell you I'm on chapter 9.
Okay.
I'm at the end of the book. I'm in the editing process.
And that
I got the
goes
cover
into-
made.
That goes into
I
my
got the
next question.
copyright.
That's good.
I'm showing you every time we talk progression.
Right. So that goes into my next question.
Yes,
about
sir.
When do you know to end a chapter
Oh.
and begin another?
It's so, well, you know what? I kind of had it easy once again. Before I sat to write the book, I went to the Lafayette Library, I'll be specific, and I have a certain writing process I use. I don't mind sharing it. I don't hoard information.
I would appreciate
You ever heard of like word webs
Yeah.
and mind mapping?
Right.
Well, I write in a mind mapping format. I don't write in a linear.
Can you explain that for the
Okay, so if you don't know what mind mapping is, you get a blank sheet of paper, you turn the paper horizontal, right? So it's long ways. In the middle of the paper, you put your main topic. Let's just say bottled water. Put bottled water in the middle of the paper, put a circle around it. And now I branch off of that and make my next smaller bubble. I'm talking about the different kinds of bottled water. The next bubble would be the different tastes of bottled water. The next bubble will be, well, is it really purified water, or they put a different label on the same bottle of water? The next label will be something else. So when I finish doing my whole word web for the topic of what's your kick, I have 11 bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know I have 11 chapters.
Wow.
And then from there, I make smaller bubbles that become my subtitles per chapter.
Okay.
And then from there, I go into your traditional outline format. So when I decide to go and write in a given day, I didn't write the book front to back, by the way.
Okay.
I look at my paper. I said, today I'm feeling discipline,
Mm-hmm.
no matter when that was. And I sat down for an hour or whatever, and I wrote on discipline. And then I said, you know what? I feel like writing about the importance of mentorship. And I sat down and I wrote that no matter where it was in the format. And so I literally wrote chapter 1 last.
I'm glad you said that too, because whenever I finished reading the book,
Yes, sir.
I sat up, and I'm gonna just add this: it's important for any journalist. If you have someone coming and speaking on your platform, know their work. That's important. That's important.
We spoke on that last night.
I was gonna say,
You can't interview Cardi B, but you've never literally heard the Cardi B album. It's gonna be tough.
But
I won't say any names, but I've had interviews about what's your kick, and I can tell the person interviewing me has not read my work, which is slightly disrespectful. So I appreciate any journalist, person, do your homework, do your due diligence. You bring somebody on your platform, make sure you're going through their body.
So whenever I finished reading the book, I said, okay, I need to take it and make it for me. I said, you know, the way you styled the book, that's yours. I'm taking your book and I have to install that. That's the whole thing about what the book is about.
Yes, sir.
So I kind of rearranged the chapters and I said, well, I have to get my mind, body, and soul together first.
Wow. And that's the one in the book.
Then I can find my kick.
Ooh, I love it.
Then I can go next to showing and maintaining discipline. Because I can't do it until I find my kick. But before I find my kick, I got to be right with me. My mind, my body, my soul got to be right.
I love what you did with that.
And then I have to invest in myself.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, this is showing investing in myself.
Oh yeah, you mastered that chapter.
And now guess what I'm doing? I'm powering up my kick. You sitting right here, we talking.
Right. Yes,
you like that?
Yeah.
That's all the power of your book.
I love what you did.
That's all out of your book, man.
I love what you did with it. I'm impressed. This is the first time ever coming across something like that.
Nah, man, that's what you're supposed to do. You have to sit and understand what you're reading.
And make
if you're reading something good, you're gonna feel a personal connection to it. If you're doing something or speaking something well, it's gonna show. It's gonna reflect off of you.
Wow. Yes, I totally agree.
And that's what I took out of your book.
Man, see, moments like this make all the staying up till 2 in the morning writing, staying up till 4 in the morning editing, and make it all worth it. When you have moments like this, that makes it.
Oh yeah, and that's why I heavily endorse every time I tell somebody. Since me and you have been talking, I said, man, this is a good book. Y'all need to get on it.
Wow.
You can manifest a lot, especially like when it comes to, man, I don't know, like I got this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Focus on it and actually try to pursue it. Put something into it.
Yes.
It's like, you know, you have a basket.
I wanted to make the book as action driven as possible.
I know it's just like a
I
conversation.
didn't want you to read the book and say, you know what, that was pretty cool what Sean said, and then put it down and that's it. Amongst your other 1,000 books. You know that the book is very introspective. At the end of every chapter, you have questions to answer yourself. What haven't I done?
Mm-hmm.
What should I do? Maybe I don't have a mentor. How do I go about getting a mentor?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I haven't been disciplined.
Right.
And what has that cost me? The lack of discipline. And what could I gain by getting discipline? You know, different examples like that.
That's a big deal.
That's all released throughout the book, as you know.
That's a big deal. So talking about mentors,
Yes.
I saw
God.
Mr. Anthony Bell.
Yes.
He had a foreword in your book.
That's my man.
That's a big deal to let someone else have a foreword in your book. So I want to explain, who is he and what does he mean to you?
First and foremost, I'm going to say this first. Whenever, once again, I'm doing my personal study, I'm reading Dr. John Henry Clark, I'm reading Dr. Ben, I'm reading Chancellor Williams, I'm reading Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. I love giving references. When I'm reading their work, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima has Dr. Runoko Rashidi do the forward. When I'm reading Dr. Runoko Rashidi, Dr. Clark is doing the forward, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima doing the editing. So these guys were all interlaced, interconnected. So that's why I chose to have somebody other than myself do the forward. Because that man, to answer your question, is tremendous to me, and he is like a second father to me.
Okay.
I'm like a little brother to him.
Right.
But to me, in my eyes, every year when Father's Day come, I call that man on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Father's Day.
Right.
That's how much he's impacted my personal life.
And that's actually a chapter in the book.
Yeah, I called him in that parking lot out there.
Yeah.
For 8 to 10 years before I go and do any speech, I called him first. And he charged me up.
Ready to roll.
You ready, Sean? You ready to get it? When you go on that stage and give them 15, 20 minutes of hell, pure hell, don't you leave nothing on that floor. You got it?
And I like that.
Ready.
Okay.
That's how we talk to each other. He talks to me in a way sometimes, if it could be recorded, you might think like, hey, Sean, like, does he even like you? Because he's there telling me.
Because that's the effort.
Some folks seek mentorship, but you never actually do what they say to do.
And that's defeating
And
the
I know
purpose.
that as a mentor myself.
That's defeating the purpose. You might as well talk to yourself in the mirror.
And in the book, I speak on how to go about being a good mentee.
You do? Yeah.
That's not really talked about sometimes in self-help books. We speak on going to get a mentor, but how do you keep
The thing that I like about your self-help book
Yes, sir.
is that it's a conversation style. It's not like you know all the words, the ways of the world. You know all what's going on, what's happened, what's gonna happen.
No.
It seems like you're just like telling me, like we just sitting here talking, just like now. We're just sitting here talking.
And this is what worked in my life when it comes to physical fitness, personal development, my personal relationships with my family, academically. This is what I've known to work. Maybe it can work for you. Maybe it won't work for you. Maybe you're gonna get something out of this. Maybe you won't take none of this and throw the whole thing away. But like Bruce Lee said, take what is useful, discard what is not, and then make something uniquely your own.
Okay.
Another quote.
I see you pulling out the quote. You pulling out the quote.
I got it in the bag, man.
So now that the book is out,
Yes, sir.
and it's been thriving for a little while.
It has been,
You've
man. I'm
been
very
touring.
proud.
You've been touring. You've been
I'm
everywhere.
proud. Yes, I'm
You've
very
been everywhere.
proud.
So when do you know? When can you? Or do you even feel like you could sit back, relax, and just watch your book and your presence grow? Are you there yet?
This is a powerful question. This is why I'm glad I came on your platform. You're doing a great job.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate it.
Thus far. Believe it or not, I've had 5 shipments of books come to my house, right? And I've distributed books all around the country.
Yeah.
In book signings, different events, doing interviews and all that. It wasn't until last week I allowed myself to get a copy of Wish Your King. So the book came out December 19th.
Yeah.
I've had hundreds of books come through my house, going to the post office, literally mailing them myself, all of that. I never literally saw my own book until last week.
And you know that's
So
crazy.
you see in the tabs and everything on it, I've been doing my own work in my own book, like I do anybody else's book. Sticky notes, tabs,
You did say
highlights,
in the book.
post-its, all that's in there. And
You
this is
did
what
say
I
in the
did,
book.
because they can see I do it on the podcast, but I wrote an actual personal message to myself in my own book.
Don't worry, they'll see it.
It's all good.
They'll see it.
But my only point is that the same way I sat and I signed all of my customers' book personally, every one, 300 something books, I literally sat and signed. If I knew you like that, I wanted to make a message to myself.
Yeah. In the book, you said you want people to write on it. You want people to take notes.
Oh man, mess it up.
highlight.
Mess it up.
I got to. All right.
I saw your
Yeah,
copy.
funny thing. Go ahead. I said,
I saw
man,
your
I can't put my
copy.
copy on there
Yeah.
because it's all bent. And I said,
That's
oh,
a good
man,
thing.
I don't want to put it up there. But
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
It
that's a
means
good thing.
you're doing the work. You actually saw
I
it.
did. I sat and I read the book.
Unfortunately, I know this is a business.
Yeah.
So many people have bought the book because they're supporting Sean as I want to say a brand or an idea. They know for the past decade or more, I'm doing public speaking, I'm doing things in the community, I'm doing things for the kids, and you want to support a brother doing take these 20 bucks to support your work.
Yeah.
You're not going to literally read the book. So I know that. But people like yourself, I can see when I see you, okay, you're doing the work.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook at Seanathan the Griot Polidore, and also Instagram, Seanathan Polidore. And always, I'm very open and transparent. SeanPolidore@gmail.com. I answer, as you know, all the inboxes, all the emails. I am self-published, so I don't have a 20-man team answering my emails and passing things to me. If you order a book, you call it me or email it me. I'm going to the post office, get the actual packaging. I'm going to sit there and sign your book, do speaking engagements and vending opportunities and blah, blah, blah. When you go the self-publishing route, it's like, all right, I got the finished manuscript. I already got it edited, or you can't get it edited if you need that. I got it formatted. I got my own cover. I'm going to get my own copyright and everything else. I just need you to physically print the book. The actual physical ink, paper, cover, the physically do that process. And then from that point, you order, let's say, 500 books, like I just said. You order 500 books. It is totally on you to do the legwork and get these interviews and get these vending opportunities,
Especially
and
one-man team.
do the social media. Man, if you know it or not, I'm on Facebook since December to now. Even before December, as I was still writing the book, I was doing Facebook videos about the process. I'm on Facebook 4 or 5 days a week, doing some kind of video promoting my own book on multiple platforms. The old 50 Cent mixtape mentality, like, man, all of it myself. It is a ton of leg work, but it's so much more gratifying as these things are happening.
Right.
People see me on platforms like yours and on the radio and TV shows. They don't know how many times I've emailed the pride. They don't forget about me, because you got to put your pride to the side for the sake of business.
Yeah.
I would never contact a person more than one time. I'm a very friendly guy, but I don't chase people in my personal life. When it comes to business, it's sometimes taking to email somebody 5 times to finally get on their platform. But I know it's worth it. But that's on me to do, not some other company is out there putting out flyers and logos. I gotta go and get my own banners and the flyers and the logos and whatever I need. That's all me.
Well, we're gonna speak on pretty much what you're talking about is marketing and advertising. That's actually a part of our business here at Three-Way Media, marketing and advertising. You know, we actually build the logos, flyers, banners, platforms, websites. We do all that for you here. So whenever you need me, you already know that's all.
We would do future business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I want to say with the self-publishing piece, my man Antoine Mitchell in Baton Rouge, he did the cover for me.
Okay.
So a part of the drive of writing the book, we go full circle. Always, everything is a circle, right? I had the cover a year before the book was finished.
I'm glad you said something about the cover.
So I made the cover my phone screensaver and my laptop screensaver. So once again, when I didn't feel like writing till 2 in the morning, I look at my phone like, man, the cover too fire.
I like it.
It's too fire to just sit right here. I gotta do something with it.
Yeah.
I gotta do Ghost justice and actually make the book to really put out into the world. My mentor, Tony, who did the foreword, he helped me edit the book. Now, there might be some misspells here and there and a couple grammaticals, but out of 50,000 words, if we only miss 5 or 6 of them, I take that ratio.
And the thing is, if you're looking for
Yeah,
that,
you go into the
then
book trying to
you
get the report. I've had emails where people are like, well, you know, on page 26, Sean, you could have said, I'm like,
come on, man.
man, come on.
But did you get the message?
Right.
Did you get the message? That's the important part.
Yes,
So I was looking at that cover.
Okay,
And I looked
go
at it.
ahead.
I mean, I kept looking at it. I said, man, that's a good cover.
Can I turn this?
No, go ahead.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Break it down.
Man, I said, has he ever seen Into the Dragon?
Of course.
All right, so I'm not wrong. I'm not. I said, man, Bruce Leroy, the glow,
That's what he's talking about.
the glow.
That's what he's talking about when he's saying that. Right?
Yeah.
So
Who's the master?
let me tell you the magic of this cover, right?
Okay, go
I'm a
ahead.
martial art head.
Right.
So you asked me earlier, we're going full circle once again for the 5th time tonight. You asked me about my original passions and drives and my kicks. When I was 4 years old, I was already a very serious martial artist at 4 years old. So from 4 to like 10, I didn't play basketball and football and baseball. I would get picked last in PE class. I sucked at sports. My only thing was martial arts. That's all I cared about. I was heavily steeped. I'm a child of the 80s.
Right.
I'm dating myself. I'm 36. I look young, but in my childhood, it was still like Kung Fu theater on Sundays at the church.
Right.
It was still all these Bruce Lee flicks, and at that time, Van Damme was the major, like the Rock is right now. Van Damme was the man. Van Damme and everything, you know.
Kickbox, that's one of my favorite.
Patrick Swayze, even though you know for different reasons probably now, but he had some action
That's
movies.
my
and
guy.
Steven Seagal, you know, Hard to Kill, all that stuff was the major part of my adolescence. So martial arts was my first love. But Ghost, the artist, never knew that.
Wow.
I just told Ghost a concept of what I saw in my head. Me and Ghost never sat in the room.
And
he never like drew and like, what you think about that, Sean? He just, I gave him what I wanted to give him, verbally, and he came back with that.
What's your kick?
Let's break it down further.
Go ahead.
I'm a psychologist by trade. So the man on the cover, he's kicking through bricks that's holding him back. You have depression, anxiety, sadness, defeat. All these things that hold people back. They're emotional barriers. And this man finding his kick is breaking through those barriers. So once again, going back to the power of signs, the power of symbols, the power of images, like the Black Panther movie we talked about whenever you and I met.
Yeah.
The movie is dense with powers and symbols. The symbols in this is letting the person know once you find your passion, you find your kick, you don't have as many roadblocks in front of you. Because your kick fuels everything.
That's true. That's right.
I don't need somebody waking me up in the morning. Come on, Sean, time to go to work. Come on, Sean, you got an interview at 10. Come on, get ready. Come on, Sean, you ready for tomorrow for the speech? You been doing your homework? I do all that. I'm a very self-driven person. So people ask me all the time about my support system and how does your wife support you and how does your friends support you. I don't need many foots in my back. When I'm set on getting my PhD, get out the way.
I'm there.
I just need you not to be in the way.
Right.
That's the major support I get.
Because then you go become one of a brick.
See, whenever you don't find your kick and do your purpose in life, it will be depressing. You will be on somebody's job on a 9 to 5 feeling defeated. You will have fears and doubts about branching out. It will cause a lot of sadness in your life. And all of those things will cause you to have anxiety, which will damage your relationships with your spouse, your family, your children, your friends. Your social life will be impacted whenever you're not playing up to your kick. That's the jewels in the book that I don't want you to miss.
And that's awesome. So I want to leave people with this.
Yes.
So if you could leave the family with like a planning process to finding that kid, I gave them how I took
You
it,
did.
how
I
I wrote
loved
the book.
it. That was phenomenal.
If you could leave them with a planning process to finding that kick, manifesting it, what would that be?
Man, the first part of the process to me is real simple and easy, and I put it in the book. But I heard a pastor one time say on a Sunday, man, what would you do for free? What would you do with no price tag attached to it and you would still give your 100% effort? What's the answer to that question for you? We all got one.
Right.
Once you know what that is, find somebody in the game already doing that. So before we started airing this show, he can tell you, I asked him 1,000 questions about these mics and the laptop and what's this and what's that, why you're like, it might have been aggravating to him, I don't know. But he's doing something that I want to embark on that I haven't done. Find somebody already 5 to 10 years ahead of you and you're not bumping up against these walls. So I know exactly what I'm about to go and get right now. I'm going to go leave out of here and go look this thing up. I ain't got to go and get 4 or 5 mics and I don't like this part, this button, do that. I ain't got to go through all that. You alleviate that. So you find your thing you would do for free. You find somebody already doing it. Now you construct a plan of what are you going to rearrange in your life to make this happen. See, life is very simple. We just make it complicated.
Yeah.
I have a chapter in there about reverse engineering your goals.
Right.
So if I want to be a prominent podcast in the YouTube world and other kind of platforms or whatever, what does that grand thing look like? And how do I work my way backwards into monthly, weekly, and daily action?
Okay.
What time should I be getting up? What time should I be going to sleep? What should I be eating? What should I be drinking? What should I be hanging? Who should I be around? Your kick dictates all of that. So beyond religion, beyond spirituality, beyond wanting to be a good old wholesome human being, my kick dictates how I rock more than anything. I don't go certain places not for my wife's sake, even though I do, and I'm faithful to my wife. I don't want to be there based on what I'm trying to do. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't knock anybody that do. It's not for me and what I want to represent, what I want to do, my brand, my kick dictate that.
Right.
Not my parents.
That's your person.
Not my pastor, my kick dictate how I'm a rock. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and so once you reverse engineer, you know your day-to-day habits, your day-to-day plans, and then you apply extreme discipline to that thing. I like being transparent when I talk. I love coffee. Everybody got their own addictions. Some guys like going to cigar bars and a hookah lounge. You do your thing. Peace out to the brothers. some guys like Hennessy after work. Some guys like whatever. I love coffee shops. You will find me 4 or 5 days a week in somebody's coffee shop. Blacks,
That's where you find
reds,
most authors.
you name it.
Authors, man.
But once again, I'm in the place where you're going to find other scholars, right?
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And it says, stick a pin in that. I see where your eyes lit up. But my only point is, I realized 2 days ago, about 48 hours ago, the amount of coffee that I was drinking per day, it was having an adverse effect on me in a subtle way. But I was able to identify it. And I told my wife, like, man, I don't feel right. She's like, man, what was wrong, babe? I'm like, man, I'm physically healthy. Something don't feel right. So I told myself for the next 2 weeks, no coffee. Yesterday was the first day, cold turkey. I went the whole day, not one sip of coffee.
That's tough.
So I went to Black's this morning before this, and I got tea.
Caffeine?
Some tea,
Caffeine.
some honey. It's never about caffeine for me.
No?
I spent years as a personal trainer and a fitness enthusiast.
Yeah.
So the amount of supplements I've taken with high levels of caffeine in, coffee won't even come close to none of that.
Right.
But I know that I'm a very ritualistic person. So for me, it's about buying the coffee that's real exotic. I can barely pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's old Italian
It just
name.
make you feel.
And I get it, and I'm putting my cream in it, and it's the whole routine and the process of doing it. And now I'm writing, or now I'm reading, and I'm sipping on my. I just need something in that situation. So I put tea instead of the coffee. I'm getting the same situation in my brain's happening, the endorphins and everything, you know, all that stuff's going off. I'm getting the same effect. I just need to have the ritual.
Right.
You got to find out what's your ritual. What's something you should be more disciplined in that's hindering you and holding you back. So I don't want to have any physical setbacks to my press run right now.
Right.
I need to be impeccable in my health. So I need to go and change some things in my life. I need to drink more water. Go to bed a little earlier. I mean, you name it. Your kick dictates what I'm telling you right now.
So now I
Go
want
ahead.
to go. I
I'll
want to
fall
go
back.
into. You good. You good. I
I
promise.
apologize. I told you I
No,
thought.
we go. That's the whole
We
point of this. I
discussed
told
this
you.
last night.
As a host, I say
There
this.
will be no day in that.
I will write.
Sure.
I will say. I saw Jimmy Kimmel say this.
Okay.
He'll have 10 questions.
Yes, sir.
If he ever hits question 5 in the middle of a show, then he has failed as a host, and the person that's on the show has failed.
Yeah.
Because you're on here, I can sit and talk, but then if I'm talking, then I'm promoting me. I'm not here to promote me. I'm already here.
That's right.
You're promoting yourself. So I appreciate.
Yes,
I want
sir.
you to sit and talk.
Okay.
I've reached question 3.
You serious?
Yeah, I'm at question 3, but you
That's
know, I got all my notes.
That's
I
crazy.
sit and I take notes because I like notes. I'm a very curious person, but we sit and we freestyle. This is no script. This is all just sitting and
For
freestyle.
anybody watching this brother has done a very good job. I've done a lot of interviews once again. I'm not saying it because I'm on here. I'm seeing what he got going on in this situation.
Appreciate it.
This man is,
I'm trying.
he's going places. Believe that.
I'm trying. So you said about
Yes,
going
sir.
to coffee shops, and
Yes,
I
sir.
mentioned that they have a lot. I know a lot of authors and people that hang out in coffee shops. So
Yes, sir.
what's your writing environment? Where do you like to be whenever you're sitting and writing?
See, you asking me all the good questions, man. I love it. You're doing good. So, to answer your question, I didn't write one word out of 50,000 at my house.
I'll be too comfortable at the house.
That's just that. I got 3 kids and I got a wife.
Right.
It's a lot going on
Oh yeah.
any given time.
Distraction.
So I did a lot of my writing at Black's. And my first ever book signing was at Black's for that reason. I wanted to pay homage. I wrote most of the book at Black's Cafe. Shout out to Black's. Plug.
Right. I make sure.
For the black business. And Rev, man. Rev, downtown Lafayette. I'm always in the Rev because just the variety of people you come across. And whenever you're putting yourself in the right environment, it subconsciously make you get into the mode of writing.
Right.
I love examples. You can get all the home workout equipment you want. And all the home DVDs, you can get the Sean T hip hop abs and the butts and
Yeah.
guts and all that kind of stuff coming out these days.
Yeah.
But for the average person that's not that disciplined, it's gonna be hard to put that DVD on when the Saint ain't coming on. It's gonna be hard to put that DVD on when Love and Hip Hop coming on. Everybody can't do that. But it's something about putting your fitness apparel on and getting your Fitbit and your headphones and whatever you got going on, getting in your car and going to an actual building that's made for working out. Subconsciously going into that building, your body knows it's time to go in. It's not time to socialize. It's not time to be on Facebook. It's not time to kick it. It's time to go into beast mode. So for me as a writer, when I go to a coffee shop, I might not talk to anybody in the whole spot. But everywhere my eyes look, they got laptops going, they're drinking their coffee, they got pens going. So I don't know what they're working on when they write. Could be some foolishness. But all I know is I should be writing too.
Yeah.
In the subconscious. I gotta put something down. I can't just sit here. So you gotta find, once again, back to rituals. People think that word is so spooky, you know, but rituals is pretty much like you gotta know what works for you. So whenever it's time to write book number 2, I won't try to find any crazy place to write. I know what works. I know exactly the location to go to. Beeline, cut that process down. It took me 4.5 months to write this. I plan on doing book 2 in about 3 months.
Okay, yeah, and I was just about to go into book 2. I saw in the prior podcast.
Yes, sir.
On the author's corner with Miss Yvonne Thomas Duvon.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, I gotta give it to them. I do
Plug
watch
it.
your show. I do watch your show.
Yeah.
You were talking about book 2, so you already started.
Yes.
When did you start? You just put out a book.
Let's break it down, because you're allowing me. I finished writing the last word on Wish Your Kick last October. And then you go through the editing process, about 3 or 4 edits. And then you go through getting it printed, and it take weeks to do all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So in the middle of that, I still had the energy and the high of just finishing writing the book. So I took that energy, already I knew where I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. This whole book is about you, yourself. What are you going to do? Book 2, The Power of Your Circle, is about aligning with the right goal.
How can they find him?
This is on Facebook, Antoine Mitchell. He's right here in the Baton Rouge area, a phenomenal artist. I've gone to him for a lot of things besides book covers. He's probably done most of my tattoo work. I have actual murals in my house. He's done a lot of work for us. So Antoine Mitchell, he's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, and everything else. Keep going. So I got the book, the cover for part 2 already done. I did the word well for part 2 already. I got the subtitles already. I got the outline already. Anthony Bell, my mentor, doing the forward already lined up already. My man QMJ, Quincy Jackson here in the Lafayette area. You should put him on your show one day. He doing the afterword already. You didn't tell him, but in the back of the book, in the very back, there's a recommended reading list. So in case Wish Your Kick is one of your first self-help books ever in your life, and you want some more. Look, what I did was, this book is a compilation of, out of all the books that I've read, what did I like about this certain author book more than that book? Mm-hmm. So for me, I love books that are interactive. They have questions in them. Right. So therefore, I ask questions in this book. I like books that have recommended reading lists. When I read the brother, Dr. Supreme Understanding, I'm doing a lot of name dropping right now. Play it back, you can write this down. Supreme Understanding wrote about like 20 books. Mm-hmm. But in all of his books, he has pages of recommended reading lists and recommended documentaries and et cetera, et cetera. So whenever I buy a Supreme book, I might go to the back first.
And you see it.
I go to the very back and go on my Amazon and I start plugging them in for my wish list.
Yeah.
And if they're cheap, I'm buying them in real time.
Yeah.
And then I go and read this book after that. So I put a recommended reading list in my book. And I'm going to continue doing that. So there's other aspects of the book that I kind of cherry pick from certain people's concept. Right? So in my second book, to answer your question again, I had the recommended reading list already for that second book. And in my reading list for that book, I made sure to put as many local authors as I can in that list. And as we're doing the author's corner and I'm meeting more local authors, I will add on to that recommended reading list to give those local authors a shot and get a plug as well. That's good. I'm not being selfish.
Just build, like we were talking about earlier, just making
connections, relationships, man.
And that's good. That's good. So I noticed you've been doing going to schools.
Yes.
Speaking a lot.
12 years.
You want to give a little bit more on that?
Yes, man. So I pride myself on giving back to the community. And we all do it in different ways. And some of us could be activists in different ways. Some people, whenever a tragedy happens, they're in the front lines, they get pepper sprayed, they get beat up at the billy clubs and bit by dogs and all that, and that's cool. Shout out to them, we need those soldiers too. And my way of giving back, being boots on the ground, is actually going to the schools and trying to impact the youth at a young age to help them avoid a lot of pitfalls and downfalls. I do this all over. I've gone to the Midwest doing this, Milwaukee. I've been to Florida, been to Texas, all over the place. And of course, all over Louisiana. But the most important demographic to me that touched my heart is whenever I'm in this local community.
Right. And I know it's children.
Yes.
You're big on that.
Yes, I'm big because you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I didn't see many authors and scholars and writers that I really looked up to when I was growing up. Everything was athletics. Are you in the street? I'm just being straight up. So I'm trying to make this whole intellect thing cool. I'm making this scholarship cool. You mean Mr. Sean could write a book and speak using big words at times?
And it's cool.
And still be cool?
It's acceptable. Yeah.
And still eat high fries? Here and there. But the major nuggets, they was dropping science and math and everything in their rhymes when you break it down. And play it back as a grown adult male. Listen to it like, wow, that man just broke down the whole constellations. Yeah. That man, with the Wu-Tang Clan, Jizza, He just broke down this and that. And some of those guys from back then, their rhymes are actually used in college classrooms now. They're using Tupac for a whole curriculum in college now. Who would ever think about that? When I was in high school, they hated Tupac.
What?
They hated that man when I was coming up. I mean, as far as the mainstream masses. Not our culture. We embrace, of course, always. But I'm talking about as far as anybody in the universities, you think they're gonna make a college course out of Tupac?
Yeah, they ain't gonna understand them.
They're gonna have Nas in Harvard. They're gonna have the Jizzle from the Wu-Tang Clan do a whole science class.
Yeah. We got Bun B.
Put the sciences in a rhyme.
He teach at Rice University.
Bun B at Rice. See what I'm saying? We gotta bring that intellect back to the forefront. And I know times change, music change. We want to turn up. We want to get lit. We want to, they even got songs that came out. I'm gonna get done with it. Really? You gonna glorify that? Get retarded? I'm not knocking nobody and what they do and what they like. I'm just saying, once again, back to signs, back to symbols, the power of words, what you put into your subconscious. Over time, you keep on getting done with it, and guess what you're gonna start doing?
You go pass that on. Influence is a big thing.
And we wonder why Louisiana is toward the bottom of the map academically, and toward the top of the map as far as incarceration.
That's true. It all plays.
We wonder why.
It all plays.
It plays a part. So back to full circle again for the 6th time. Me and what I do in the schools and the communities, I want these kids to see, like, man, intellect is where it's at. Self-confidence, self-esteem, having pride in yourself, self-worth.
Yeah.
And doing what I do with the kids as far as my actual psychology work, it's a lot of people with no self-worth, no self-value. And that leads to you getting bullied. And that leads to your anxiety and your stress. It's all full circle. Your self-esteem and self-confidence is bully repellent.
That's big. That's big.
Bullies love to feed on the weak. It's a lion in a Serengeti, right? He in there just chilling. You got 200 buffalo run by. He's not going for the biggest and the fastest in the front. He waiting for that one that looks sick.
In the back.
The one that's limping a little bit. He limping, he kind of gimpy, he ain't been eating that much. I'm going to snatch him up.
Yeah.
Easy prey.
Prey on the weak.
But if you at school, and not saying it's right for anybody to get bullied, I'm trying to talk about ways to prevent bullying that you can possibly control. If you're confident and you're sure of yourself and you know your self-worth, I don't want to deal with that.
Preach.
I don't want to deal with you. I want to find a person at the table by itself every day. No social skills, no friends. Nobody want to deal with them. That's easy prey, man.
So we're gonna look. We just looked at the prey.
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about the bully.
Okay.
Why is a bully a bully?
Same thing. The bully lacks self-confidence somewhere. But he's overcompensating, trying to pretend to be an alpha.
He's not the big dog in the room.
He's not the big dog in the room. He's pretending to be an alpha. Make believe. And so now, by making you feel bad about your clothes and your economic situation, and making you feel bad about your mama, and making you feel bad about your whatever about you, everything. I feel good. And all of them gonna laugh, and I look pretty good. I'm gonna pick on you every day to make you feel bad, to make me feel good. But really, something's wrong with me that needs to be addressed.
Right.
That's what a large percentage of bullies are.
That's a good thing. And is that some of the messages that you portray? Like you went and talked to Franklin in junior high?
Franklin Junior High about the leak test.
Right.
Look how life work. Let me lay this down right quick. Look how life work. I spent 80% of my life as an athlete. I was a typical African-American athlete. I didn't care about academics growing up. I didn't care about school. I didn't care about books and reading and writing. None of that. I'm ready to go to practice. See what I'm saying? So when I did the and now I'm going to the schools to help the kids, empower them for the leap test. That's how I go full circle. That's crazy. So I'm at Franklin Junior High a couple of days ago, getting those kids fired up to telling them, I took the leap test acronym and I flipped it, right? I made something different out of it. I said L is for leaders. You got to be a leader in that classroom. No matter what kids doing around you, they playing with the test. They don't care about their grade. They don't care about their outcome. They don't care about school, period. Don't you fall into that trap. Because whenever you're in a room full of people And some people start slacking off and just laying back, like, man, they just chilling or whatever. They ain't even doing it no more.
Ready just trying to get through.
You start feeling like, man, I'm still writing. Eat and leap, I use the word execute. Every time. It's my favorite motivational speaker of all times. He always talks about execution is worship. And I told those kids, we like sports, right? They were like, oh yeah, we love championships, right? Yeah. Popping champagne, the bottles, graffiti. Yeah. We celebrate champions. We celebrate winners. Those are the people that execute.
Right.
Think about it, they got what, 32 NBA teams or whatever. They all go to practice every day.
That's true.
They all go to practice, they watch film, they do all that. But when the lights come on, and it's down to the wire, only certain people execute.
You're right.
They show up. I love Mayweather, my favorite boxer of this era, right?
Mayweather.
Money Man. I love his quote whenever he said, we all go to the gym, but we don't all perform the same when the lights come on.
That's true. And he performed.
I love when that boy said that. We all go to the gym. We all do our due diligence. But when them lights come on, and it's time, we don't all perform the same.
And you know that's true.
So I tell those kids, look, your teachers and whoever, they did all this leap prep and leap practice and all this stuff leading up to this moment. But in that classroom, when it's game time, you gotta execute and deliver.
That's true.
Some guys shine at practice.
Practice all stuff.
What?
Spotlight.
30 points at practice. Get him in the game and the lights come on.
And that crowd.
Hop a tail.
Ain't doing nothing with the crowd down.
Ball comes, pass that thing. You gotta perform. And so for the A, I went to adapting, right? Of all the same champions, they had the ability to adapt. Because most times in life, things will not go as you plan. Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah. I spoke on that on my past podcast. That's a big thing.
Yeah. And so I spoke about Alabama, right? When they won the championship. It was so many things that Nick Saban said after the fact actually went wrong that the average observer probably didn't even realize. And their ability to make real-time adjustments as it's happening, that's how you win the championship.
That's true.
Not because you did all this wonderful prep and you did all this stuff and all this off-season stuff and y'all went to bed on time as a team. In real situations, this man just got hurt, this man can't go in the game, this happened with him. What are you doing in real time to adjust to what's happening? So for those kids, I said, look, on the test you might feel like, I've never seen this kind of question before. I've not prepared for this math problem. I've not seen this thing. Don't freak out. Don't give up. And by all means, don't just circle anything. You have to adapt and adjust to what's happening right now.
Right.
Right? And for the P to close it all out, pride.
Gotta have it.
Self-pride.
Going back to
pride in yourself.
Going back to the confidence level.
Forget your mama and what she want. For one time. Forget your teacher and what she want. Get the best grade on this test for you. Prove something to yourself.
Right.
Prove yourself. You know what? I'm going to try one time hard as I can. And let's see what I can get.
And you know what I like about what you did? You can take that, you can put that with any test, any obstacle in the world.
Yes.
That don't have to just be, for
No,
kids.
no, right. Yeah, it applies to...
So we probably need to write that one down. We'll keep that.
Put it all guys.
I'm a copyright.
Put it all guys. You crazy, boy.
Copyright that.
My intellectual property.
I like that. So, and then just talking about copyrighting.
Okay.
So how important is it to copyright a book? ISBN numbers.
Wow.
And all that. We're going back to the book.
Yeah, we did.
We jumping everywhere.
We going full circle, baby. Everything in life is a circle. So in my last Author's Corner, every Author's Corner show, we decide on a question that other authors may have, right? So toward the end of my writing process, you come down to having to get a copyright and ISBN.
Okay.
Now, do you need that to have a physical, actual book? Answer technically, no, you don't. Doing what I'm doing, masterpiece style, I could have said, you know what? The book is written. I'm gonna go to so and so, get them to press it up at the back of the car, just like I can do that.
Okay.
But somebody could take your work and say, you know what? You could have said, man, this book is hot. There's no copyright. And you go to the Library of Congress, put your name, put your name on this and that. I can't go to court and legally defend. I want this book.
No, it's not yours.
The copyright is your protection. Because it happens a lot in music, we know for a fact.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times a person come out with a song and a lesser known person says, man, I made that beat 4 years ago. But you don't have the money to go against Rick Ross or Drake or Lil Wayne to say, you know, I made that beat. So you got to pretty much just like, all right, just chunk it up. I see it happen a ton. So in the writing world, you definitely want to copyright your work. Also, the ISBN number is how they, I love being visual. What we talking about? When you buy most things in the store, you probably just think like, oh yeah, well, that's how they scan it, pay for it, but like, it actually matters. And this is how they track your sales, right? Whenever they say this sold X amount of copies, and so is the best writer, bestseller, and so did X amount of units in a month. That's how they track all of this stuff, right? The ISBN number. So people on the streets were kind of saying to me like, man, Sean, you don't need all that, man. Save your money, man. Just skip all that, bro. I said, why would I come this far? All the writing, all the editing, all the formatting, everything else I did. Why would I come this far and start trying to cut corners? And then I'll be hypothetical. I mean, I'll be hypocritical for not investing in myself.
Yeah, you're not listening to the words in your book.
I'm not listening to my own thing. So go do it all the way I was showing. I took my own birthday money and got my copyright. I got my ISBN. I invested in myself. And that's that. So now I'm big on getting my book in every library I can.
Okay.
My book is in all the St. Martin Parish libraries. My book is in all the St. Mary Parish libraries. And I'm working on St. Larry Parish. I'm trying to get Lafayette as well. So I'm going to give you a pop quiz. I go to the Lafayette library right here. I literally did this when the book first came in. And I said, you know what? I just had this book just came out. I'm self-published. I want to get this book in your library. They said, okay, great. Well, let me see it. Tell me what page you think was the most important to them in this whole 141-page document. What's the most important page?
I probably have to go to the back somewhere.
That's what they did. They did it straight like this. It was straight to, and I stood there smiling proudly like, yeah, I'm ready.
That's how they read
Because
it, right?
you looked at me as a young black man with a hoodie on in a book. You think I went to Costco somewhere, Office Max, and just press this thing up and just put a cover on it and just
take my
trying to get into the library. No, I did my due diligence and my legwork. So that copyright ISBN number for future authors, if you want to get into the libraries, you want to get into Barnes and Nobles, Walmart, etc., you need the proper things on there. You want to go on Amazon and iTunes and Google Play and all that. You're going to need that ISBN number and that copyright. But if you don't care about that, well, then don't do it.
Okay. Now, I've noticed you always say something about pen.
Yes.
Let's go on that.
Oh, the Personal Empowerment Network.
Okay.
PEN. So we are a collection of speakers. All of us have been speaking for multiple years individually. But we say, you know what? We're a lot stronger together. So all of last year, we did one event per month, Lafayette Library, for absolutely free. We did free content for 12 months. And we made it kind of like a round robin, like a TEDx event, to where every night you had one overall topic, and you had 4 or 5 of us coming across that same topic in our own different way. We all had about 15, 20 minutes apiece. And so we pretty much, our whole point of our organization is to go around the community, doing personal development, speaking, presenting. We go to organizations, we go to schools, churches, businesses, whatever you need. You call the PEN. We are the go-to people when it comes to performing. The PEN is on Facebook. Go to the PEN, the Personal Empowerment Network. You can also contact myself or Cliff Roy Jr. on Facebook or Quincy M. Jackson on Facebook as well. We are the pillars to the PEN at the moment.
All right, and I like that.
And now you have PEN Publishing. So this book is the first book from PEN Publishing. My man Cliff Roy Jr. book is almost done. Coming down the pipeline in a matter of months, you're going to see me promoting it and boosting that hard as I don't know what. So I would definitely tell you, the book is called Getting Up.
Getting Up.
Self-help book.
Okay.
So I definitely want to throw a little plug to you in that man. Get to get my man Cliff onto the platform, man. But yeah, PEN Publishing is coming up. We have different books, and also there's going to be a What's Your Kick class.
Oh, wow. That's going to be big.
I'm working on all these tasks for a reason. I'm working on building a What's Your Kick 4-week class. So in person, we got a 4-week class, got content to download, everything. If you can't come to the class, you're somewhere else, there will be an online portion as well. And things like that. So we're doing a What's Your Kick class to get a little more in-depth with it, right? You get some real-time responses for your individual
and then you
kick.
get that personal
Right.
Personal connection.
And we're also going to have we're going to have Kindle singlets it's called. So like $2, $3.
Yeah.
30
That's
page,
actually not much for
40
information
page.
you
Oh,
get.
come on, man.
Some people, man, they pay
Yes.
big dollars for this stuff.
And like we said before we came onto the air, soon they're going to be Penn Productions. You will see Penn official podcasts, TV shows, audio recordings. I plan on doing a Wish Your Kick audio book.
I can't wait for that. It's gonna be good.
So I might need your production and engineering expertise to help me mix and master.
We can start right now. Hey.
So I do plan on doing a Wish Your. I want to do everything I can with this book. So before book 2 comes out, before I type any words in book 2, I want to make sure I squeeze the limit on book 1.
Gotta get everything.
I'm gonna do classes. I'm gonna do workshops. I'm gonna do conferences. I'm gonna do the audio book. There's already the Amazon. You can download Amazon. There's the Kindle version already. All that's done. I'm trying to cover every aspect I can before I finally say, you know what? I'm done with it.
I like that.
To answer your question from way earlier in the podcast about as far as taking it in and accepting it and all that, like I said, I just let myself get the book.
Yeah.
And I spent all last week as a consumer, not a writer, sitting there with a pen and reading my own book and highlighting my own book
crazy.
and seeing if I liked it. Because whenever you engulfed in the process, it's hard to see the picture if you're inside the frame, like they say.
Yeah.
So now I've had so many months to remove myself from it, to look at it with some fresh eyes. Like, all right, let me see if I even like it.
That's crazy because
And I went through it, and I have like
people, they always tell me, they always compliment, man, you got a good podcast, you got stuff going, you got stuff going. I've never
played your own podcast.
I've never
You got
listened
to,
to it.
you got to.
I've never listened to it.
I'm giving you some real time advice right now.
I ain't never listened to it.
My daughter asked my daughter's 10. She see me in the kitchen sometimes playing my earlier, like today I'm gonna play this back. She had my interviews and my radio interviews and other things I've done, my daily videos I do. She's like, why are you playing your own video? How can I get better if I don't watch my own work?
That's true. You gotta watch film. You got
Tom Brady spends hours watching his own self play. Mayweather watch himself box. Different artists, they watch themselves record or listen to their own recording. So I would definitely encourage you to play your own stuff. You start seeing, like, you know what, next time I gotta stop doing this. I gotta stop saying that. Or I need to do this more. Whatever it might be, you'll be able to critique yourself.
Right.
See.
And that is a big factor. So one time before we shut it down.
That's right.
Before we shut it down, I want you to introduce your book, tell people how they can find your book, find you one more time.
What's Your Kick? The Guide to Unlocking Your Passion. It's a self-help book / workbook, activity book. At the end of every chapter, I have questions enough for you to answer. A lot of parents like get this book to enjoy with their kid. They do it as a family sitting. They get some little coffee, some little whatever they want to drink, candy, and they sit and do it as a whole family discussion.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of that feedback. We have 30 plus 5-star reviews on Amazon. Very proud about that. You read the book? Go on Amazon, please.
Yeah, I gotta drop a review.
Also, like I said, it's on Amazon, and it is in Kindle for download. Now, I'm going to do an exclusive for your podcast. There will be a Kindle sale coming up the weekend of May the 5th. From the Friday to Sunday at midnight, you can download What's Your Kick for $1.99.
That's cheap. That's cheap.
A price of a cup of coffee.
That's
$1.99.
right.
It's coming up pretty soon. And right now, if you are subscribed to the Kindle Unlimited on Amazon, you can download What's Your Kick for absolutely free.
Nothing.
As of 2 days ago.
Nothing.
It's the Kindle
Free
Unlimited.
knowledge. That's the best.
Go ahead, download it, man. I'm not trying to hoard the information. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I want to pass it, man. So whatever it takes to get the word out, I don't mind putting it up there for free.
That's good.
Things like that, man. So that's that. And also, like I said, find me on Facebook and SeanPolidore@gmail.com. Find me, holler at me. And can I plug the Author Corner real quick?
Go ahead, everything.
The Author's Corner. Find our Author Corner group on Facebook. Tonight we are interviewing our very first special guest, Dominique Yancey, here from the area. Her book, Pause, Process, Proceed, the 3 Ps is going down tonight, 6 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. We do it every other Thursday. And the group was created to highlight and display the local talent right here in the Louisiana area. Just like when I go and speak at these schools, I'm very proud of, you don't need somebody from Chicago to fly in, and New York to fly in, and California to hear some good words. We have people in this area like yourself that are full of skills and abilities. I don't need to go and find an outside guy to interview me with a setup like this. This man right here. And the young brother filming me as well. I want to highlight him. They're doing the work right here in this area. So the Authors Corner was made to highlight Louisiana local authors, man.
Mm-hmm. And
The same way we support Eric Jerome, Dickie at Walmart, Barnes and Nobles. We support Zane and all the big name people. Let's support our people right here and keep it right here in this area.
And that's
So
actually,
I'll leave it at that.
that was the first goal of Live from the 3. Just to show what we have in this area. Because I mean, you know, I'll talk to people, their favorite artist is somebody from out there. I say, well, why don't the radio ever play, you know, interviews from people around this area?
Right.
You always hear like they're trying to pull somebody from other places. Man, we got all this talent just wasting away.
And back to the kids, full circle. That's the main thing for today. Man, we'll title it full circle,
Yeah,
right?
it'll be.
But for the kids, they need to be able to see somebody from where you from.
Yeah.
I tell the kid where I speak at, I went to these same stores you going to. I walked in these same hallways. I had some of the same teachers. There's nothing drastically different between me and you. Besides, I was driven. I had a discipline and a purpose and a passion and just a flat out sick work ethic. That's the difference. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta be from California to make it, quote unquote, or Florida or Georgia. You could be from Franklin or from Morgan City or Lafayette, whatever you from, wherever you at right now, what you have is plenty. What you have right now is plenty. Les Brown said that.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so to close, once again, my name is Marlo Mack. This is Live from the 3. We appreciate you. We share love and we spread life every day.
This has been
every day.
phenomenal.
Peace.
Peace.